Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you've ever dreamed of working from anywhere in the world, whether it's your home office, a beach, a cafe, or while traveling, today's video is for you. We're diving deep into how to find remote jobs that don't require you to be in a specific country. I'll cover exactly where to look, how to make yourself stand out, what requirements you need before applying, and how to avoid common scams. And before we get into it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell over here so you're notified every time I post a video. All right, let's get into it. A lot of people hear the term remote jobs and assume that every company out there is hiring from anywhere in the world. Unfortunately, that's not the case. And some remote jobs are remote, but they're location specific, meaning that they accept applications only from the US or the EU or even particular time zones. So when you're searching, you need to specifically look for jobs labeled remote anywhere or location independent. These are roles where the company doesn't care if you're in Portugal, Kenya, India, Brazil, or Zimbabwe. Okay, so there are important key things that you have to have in check before you even start looking for a job. A reliable internet connection. Many companies actually test this during the interview or during onboarding. You also need to have a quiet workspace or at least good noise cancelling headphones. You also have to have an international payment setup like PayPal, Wise, Revolut, Payoneer, or so on, because companies often won't pay into the local banks directly. And of course, you have to have a good CV that highlights your ability to work independently, manage your time, and communicate effectively, because at the end of the day, you're working from home. Remote work is about trust. Companies need to know you can deliver without someone watching over your shoulder or constantly checking on you. Emphasizing self-management skills is just as important as your other skills, okay? Now, let's get into the part everyone wants to know. Where do you actually find this job? Where do I actually find these jobs? I'm going to break this down into three parts. There are job boards, freelance platforms, and of course, through networking. Okay, the first is applications and platforms you can use. Okay, so I've got a list of tried and tested platforms for you. Some are free, some are paid, and they each have their strength. Let's go into one. Okay, so I've got a list of tried and tested platforms for you. Some are free, some are paid, and they each have their own advantages and disadvantages. Let's go into each one. The first one is LinkedIn Jobs. This is the most underrated tool because most people only think of LinkedIn for networking. But LinkedIn now has a remote filter where you search for jobs. Just type in the role you're looking for example, marketing assistant, software developer, customer support, and under location, select remote. The key tip here is to uncheck the location specific boxes. You'll notice some roles open up worldwide, not just to your country. Plus, LinkedIn is mainstream and recruiters are actively on it. That means applying through LinkedIn can sometimes get you noticed faster. The second one is called Flex Jobs. Okay, this one is not free, but it's worth mentioning. Flex Jobs charges a small subscription fee. So the reason most people use it is because they hand screen every single job listing. That's huge because one of the biggest issues with remote hunting is scams or sketchy offers. With Flex Jobs, you know that companies are legit. This makes it ideal if you're serious about landing a stable remote job position and don't want to waste any time. The third one is called We Work Remotely. This is one of the oldest and biggest remote job boards out there. Tons of companies from startups to well-known names post here. What I love is that many of the roles listed here are actually open globally, meaning you don't have to be in a specific country or in a specific time zone to apply. It's user-friendly and you can set up without any stress. The fourth one is called Remotive. It's another one of my favorites. It's actually worldwide, but usually Europe or US. This saves you time because you don't have to click into every posting wondering if you're eligible. It will literally tell you the location they need you to be in. The fifth one is called Remote OK. The platform leans more towards tech jobs like programming, design, or digital marketing. But the key here is that they have a filter for worldwide as well. That means you can specifically tell the site, only show me jobs where it doesn't matter where I live or jobs that I can make work independently online. The next one is called Glassdoor. Now, don't underestimate this big traditional job board. People often overlook it because remote roles are usually in particular areas, but you can also set it to remote worldwide, work from anywhere, open globally, and you'll find plenty of jobs. It also gives you insights into company culture through the reviews. You'd see people who have worked there and so on. So actually, it's one of my favorite platforms. And I want to say, don't just rely on one platform. Pick 2 or 3 and set up job alerts. That way opportunities come to you instead of you always spending hours scrolling. Consistency is key in job applications. I always say this. Okay, so for freelance and contract platforms, we have Upwork. Very competitive, but a strong place to start building your profile. I have a friend who used to work here, and there are all sorts of jobs that you can get there depending on what you want. You can do customer support, you can help people reply messages. There's so many different jobs. I can't even begin to go into them. It's an amazing place, and you get to set your own pay or expectations and work hours. And then the next one that I really like is called Fiverr. It's very popular. It's more task-based, but you can scale into long-term remote work. You literally also choose what you want to do, whether it's editing, replying messages, creating documents, editing documents, and so on. There's always something for someone. And like I said, you literally choose your pay as well, and it's literally task-based. So no contract is related or needed, and it's usually things that you're good at that you set out to find in terms of finding the jobs. And then the last one I want to talk about is called TopTal. It's for highly skilled professionals, I have to say, especially for developers and designers. There are so many opportunities that are here, and most of them are often global. Now, this is my favorite part that I think lends you jobs faster than any application. It's networking. And here's the truth. Honestly, some of the best remote jobs are never posted publicly. My best paying jobs were from friends. Companies often hire through referrals. That's why building a presence on LinkedIn or whatever platform can change everything. You can post about your skills, comment on company posts, join remote work communities or Slack or Discord or Facebook, or even your friends. Like I said, my best jobs came from referrals. Your network is more powerful, and always remember that your network is more powerful than any job application. And another important thing is when you're searching, use keywords like remote worldwide, global remote, or work from anywhere to filter your results. All right, so now you know where to find these jobs, but do you actually know how to land a role? Here's the reality. Competition for fully global jobs is fierce. You might be competing with people from over 20 countries, so standing out is critical. I already did a video on how to have a good CV, but I'll just go over some things in this video as well. Tailor your CV and cover letter to that particular job that you're applying to. Don't send the same template to everyone. Mention why this job will suit you. Highlight your past working experience. Even if it was just freelance or a particular project, put it in there. You never know. Secondly, showcase your communication skills. Remote companies value people who can write clearly. I mean, everyone does, because communication is through email or Slack or project tools, so they need you to be able to articulate yourself. You can also build a digital portfolio. Even if you're a designer or a developer, showcase your studies, your writing, your project summaries, your people that you've worked in, etc. Just have a place where you showcase your skills. Be time zone flexible. If you're willing to overlap a few hours with the company, mention it. It shows adaptability. Most of my jobs usually go into the night and start in the afternoon. Also, it's important that you show them that you're willing to be flexible, not to the point where you compromise yourself or you're uncomfortable. But of course, we all know that comfortability doesn't breed success. And if you're willing to bend yourself a little here and there, it really goes a long way. I need to mention this because it's a huge problem. Remote job scams. I really want to mention this. I've gotten some text about it on Instagram. Red flags that you should watch out for when you're applying. If a company asks you to pay for your training, equipment, application fee, please kindly walk away. If the communication seems unprofessional or sketchy, or they want to rush you through the process without an interview, don't get excited. Be cautious. Be for real. Overly generic jobs without descriptions, they're too good to be true. Honestly, companies that only want to talk over WhatsApp or Telegram and want to avoid official mails, red flags. A safe practice is to research the company name plus the word scam before you apply, and always check LinkedIn or their website to see if the company has real employees. Most of the time they have people who have worked there who always give reviews or information on it. So if you're not seeing anything, please don't go into it. Don't get scammed trying to find a job. So to wrap it up, if you want to find a remote job that doesn't tie you to one country, you need the right tools, the right platforms, and the right positioning. Very, very, very important. Start by preparing your digital setup, your workspace, then explore trusted job boards that I've made. Build your LinkedIn presence. Always tailor your applications. Remote work is more competitive than ever, but it's also more possible than it's ever been. With the right strategy, you can land a role that can give you freedom and the ability to work from wherever you want, whenever you want. Okay, maybe not whenever you want, but wherever you want. If this video helped you, drop a comment below telling me where in the world you'd love to work from, and if I have some recommendations, I'll share them with you. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more information on line works, tips, and all of that. Share this video with someone who you think would be helpful for. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next upload. God bless you. Mwah.